This is Wilma again with Book Harvest for our parent chat video series. I'm here with another book baby's mom. Her name is D'Angela, and this is really cool. Actually, she started her own homeschool called the Mom School Experience, and she's going to be sharing a little bit with us today about what the process was like, some of her favorite activities she's doing through homeschooling, and any suggestions she has for families who are looking for a more homeschool or school-like structure in their own homes. Hey, D'Angela.
Hi.
So you did start your own homeschool during this time called the Mom School Experience. What was that process like for you?
For me, it wasn't something that was hard to do because I've been working with kids for quite some time. So I saw it as a need initially prior to COVID-19. And I've been wanting to do something to try to teach parents, even when they trek out or over the summer, like what kinds of things they can do with their kids while they're at home. And so when I started the Mom School Experience, I more so had those type of moms in mind. The hardworking mom who don't really have a lot of time to do much, but you can do something as far as towards your kids' education. So when I started the Mom School Experience, the name came to me because I always wanted to homeschool, but I just never had the resources on how or what or when or where to do the things. And so I started researching, and as COVID-19 came closer and it just hit us like a brick, I literally jumped on and I opt out of sending my kids back to school. And that's when it really got real. It was before school shut down. I pulled them out about 2 weeks prior to school shutting down. And I said, guys, I'm kind of nervous about this thing. I'm going to go ahead and pull you guys home. And they were excited because we're a very lit family. We love having fun already. So pretty much pulling them home and actually transforming our house into a learning environment was like, whoa, this is cool. Like, we get to have fun every day. Yes. So our philosophy at our homeschool is making learning fun. Everything has to be fun. It keeps them engaged. It keeps them live. It keeps them ready. And they stay hungry for education. And that's the biggest thing that I want to teach other families is how to keep your kid hungry to want to learn. I hope that answers your question in a kind of in a nutshell.
Absolutely. I love what you have to say about having fun, making the learning fun, making the environment fun. I think that's such a important thing for connecting with kids, and sometimes we forget that even like with our own kids. So what are the ages of your kids, the kids that you're homeschooling? I don't know if you're also doing like virtual homeschooling or anything like that.
So from time to time, I'll do virtual with numerous parents upon request. But for the most part, I have she is 11 months. No, she just turned a year. She turned a year in March. Doing all this COVID-19. So a year, a kindergartner she just turned 6, a first grader, a second grader, a third grader, and a 6th grader, 2 6th graders. Yeah. And so the ones who can't physically come to my homeschool, I make sure I connect them with the right resources so that they have those. And I touch bases with them from time to time. Hey, how's your packet going? Hey, how's this going? Do you need any help? Do you have any questions? Have you been staying in contact with your actual teachers, who are at the regular school, because they started the Zoom, which we'll talk about that segment, I guess, later on down the line in the interview. But that's pretty much the age.
That's so great. So you've got like a wide range of kids with you, wide range of experiences. That's amazing. What are some of your favorite activities that you've done with the kids while you're homeschooling? What are some of your favorite parts or their favorite parts?
Well, if they weren't outside playing right now, I would have them tell you, because I love giving children a voice. So we have one of my favorite parts is allowing the kids to lead the lessons. And we love to cook. So we have a baking shop that's over here. That we utilize, and they come up with their own recipes. I provide the resources for the food and so forth, any utensils and stuff that they need, from measuring. We try to incorporate all different subjects into that lesson, so they kind of touch bases on everything. From there, our other favorite activity is utilizing in our garden. We started a classroom garden outside, and they all got to plant different seeds and analyze them and so forth. So exploration outside is definitely one of our biggest things, because they only get, I think it's about 20 to 25 minutes of recess at school. They say it's a 30-minute block, but it's really not. So being active and outside was something that was very important, starting a homeschool and making sure physical activity was prominent in what we do in our schedule. And this is actually our schedule right here behind us, behind me. I don't know if you can see it, but we do PSR. PSR stands for Pray, Stretch, and Read. Our morning meeting, or M&Ms. Basically, in our morning meeting, we just sit and we chat about what's on their minds. What do they want to explore today? It's just our meeting that we just get together during breakfast, and we just talk, have an open discussion. Our lesson overview is when we talk about what we're going to be learning and the different subjects that we're going to be working on. And then our all aboard stations, I have several stations set up throughout the house, from technology and STEM to math, reading, science, and so forth, that they are assigned to, and they rotate upon their schedule. And then the next one is recess and lunch. And then field trips and free choice, where they have downtime, because downtime is very important for kids, especially during this time of COVID-19 and the stress levels. So that kind of helps them, lower that anxiety. And then share and review. So every day we share and review what we've learned, what we've done, or something from the other kids who come, from their houses. What's been going on at home? What would you like to talk about? What would you like to share?
Wow, that is really incredible. It sounds like you've got an awesome schedule. Like, you have so much room for lots of different kinds of learning, hearing physical learning, social emotional, exercise, and just like science, exploration. I mean, it sounds really incredible. Like, the kids are getting a lot out of this. So I really appreciate you sharing all of this stuff, because I think that it's more accessible than we might think. Like, we might think homeschooling is really a lot, or it just feels like such a big load to do, but it feels like it's really a lot of, like you said, your family is all about having fun. It's a lot of what you guys were already doing, and just bringing that extra element of structure and really intentional learning. So I love what you're sharing. What tips or suggestions do you have for families who might be wanting to have a little bit more structure in their day, or who just want to bring more learning into their kids' lives right now?
Number one, I would recommend the first step is writing down what you're already doing. What is your life like right now? Because what you don't want to do is try to reinvent the wheel into something that you are not going to be able to accomplish. And that was key for us. Our schedule for the first 2 weeks when we started off literally had to adjust almost every other day, because it was just like everything was just out of whack. And you don't realize how chaotic your life is until you sit down and analyze it. And that's the most important. Once you figure out where you have time, where things can fit, where things can kind of be pushed off, and you prioritize your schedule, then that's when incorporating the educational part is going to make sense. It's not a lot. It's just doing the small things that count.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I think all of that is super important for families to hear. Start where you're at already. You're already doing a lot of stuff, and a lot of it is more than you realize. It counts. Those moments definitely count. Yeah. So thank you so much for sharing with us today, D'Angela. I really appreciate you taking that time. If you're a parent watching this, would like to invite you to share what's working for you guys at home, how you're keeping the learning going, whether that's a full homeschool experience or just the small moments at home. We would love to hear from you. Thank you so much and have a good one.
Thank you. Bye.